available. And you can, I hate to use Ben Roethlisberger's own words against him, but I'm going to do just that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because it is such a personal decision. But before the 2017 season, he told Ed Bouchette, a longtime beat writer there, this exact thing. I feel good mentally. I know this new study that came out that 90% of players' brains who were studied had CTE. There's a lot of scary things, and I think my wife would be okay if I hung it up too. I mean, he's going down that road already. So I would defer to a player like Jeff on this, but from my perspective, I'm sure the Steelers see that, and despite him saying, I'd like to play 3 to 5 years, he's also said in the past that, hey man, like personally, I kind of want to spend more time with my family, and I am considering hanging it up.
Listen, I think we should point this out. He is the one, Roethlisberger that is, that sort of opened this can of worms. You know, I mean, I think he can play. I think he should play. I hope he does play.
That's right.
But he suggested this a few seasons ago, and once you open that door, it's only natural that we begin to ask the questions.
Yeah, I think from the Steelers' perspective, they did what every organization that wants to be sustainable does. They went and found a guy that they think in 3 years could help replace their guy. I don't think they have any expectations that Ben's going to retire this year, next year, and they want him to play and be productive. But listen, every team wants the guy behind the guy to be able to push that, you know, Roethlisberger or whoever their starting quarterback is, because as he begins to age out, you want the competition, you want encouragement, you want everybody in that organization to feel youthful and energized, all of those things. The style of play for Ben is going to be difficult, I think, for 5, 6 more years. I could easily see 3 years, but to your point, when you hit that 39, this is not a guy who hasn't taken his fair share of hits, right? I mean, you're going to get hit, you're going to he'll hold the ball in the pocket. I mean, I have seen multiple magnificent throws where he's got 2 or 3 guys draped on his legs, and he goes through getting nicked up more often than most quarterbacks because he is willing to stay in the pocket. It's not necessarily headshots, concussions, but it's the high ankle sprains, the getting rolled up, the knee, kind of the MCLs. It's all those things that can kind of snowball on you if you're not careful because of the style that he plays. And you're not going to change who you are. And you're not going to change because you've been so effective. You've won Super Bowls. This guy is all that you want in a quarterback. I mean, that's the bottom line. You love the way that he plays, the way that he leads this football team. But the Steelers did the thing that that organization has to do. They went and found a guy they think could potentially replace him. This is not a push. This is not a sign or a shot that Roethlisberger, you better get it together. This is, we're going to protect ourselves and our investment in the team, and this is a long-term vision for them.
You know how Parcells would always say, if you talk about retirement, you're retired? That whole sentiment.
Yeah.
Like, do you buy into that as a player?
No,
like,
I don't. Like, I get it because you'll hear like guys say that they've retired, they just haven't told the team. Right. Listen, the team holds the cards, right? They can break contracts, they can do all that. So when a guy mentions retirement, sometimes it's about getting more money, sometimes to get some guys off his back, sometimes he's just venting and he's frustrated. And you know this from being in a team locker room environment. You get to know these guys. So you start talking to them sometimes as you know, just another guy sitting around, and next thing you know, that story's printed, and something you said wasn't exactly what you meant. I mean, if you couldn't feel the sarcasm when you were saying, I'm washed up, I'm done,
I don't have it.
I'm all that, right?
Yeah,
like,
no
like
question.
all of that, he just laying it on as thick as you can. If you can't feel that, I mean, give me a break.
Well,
so it's those